My name is Jennifer. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for coming. This is Slow Flow. And we're going to be moving strongly, but kind of easing into it so that we're not overwhelming the body and our muscles to really get a chance to create foundation and not pull into too much tension. It's nice to move slowly. You might find it harder, but try to make it simple. So one thing I want to talk about before we get started is the breath. A lot of teachers will talk about belly breathing and breathing into the belly. And I want you to start to think about breathing into the lowest part of your belly. We have our diaphragm here and our ribs that moves down, pushes into our organs. When our belly comes forward, our organs kind of come into our belly. It also pulls up on our pelvic floor, which is another diaphragm of the body. What we want to do is lengthen through the belly and kind of blow up a balloon into the pelvic floor, kind of compressing the organs down, really lengthening through the spine, right? Sometimes when we're breathing through the belly, this becomes our widest part at the base of the ribs. And so when the ribs are spreading outward, it's hard for the diaphragm to move down. But also what that causes, you think about the balloon is tapered on the ends. So as I'm widening here, my widest part, then my shoulders tend to go up towards my ears, and I kind of shrug up. So instead of inhaling, pushing the belly out, then belly to spine, I want to inhale, lengthen through the belly, fill up like an hourglass shape, blowing up through here and 360 degrees through here. So I have kind of like a kite, my structure vertically and my structure horizontally through the shoulders, so that I can spread through the chest rather than widening here and kind of closing that down. A lot to think about, but I'll kind of guide you with some cues to think about blowing up a balloon between the hips, or breathing all the way down into your seat, maybe through the floor, blowing up a bubble gum into the floor. I kind of think of that into the ground. Breathing down through your toes, spreading the toes, things like that. Just kind of lengthening through the breath so we really get that full extension of the spine and the support of the spine in our movements. And we'll incorporate it into our exercise as well. We're really much going to start, if you can come on into kind of a heroes, not really heroes, but sitting on the heels. Now I like to lean to one side. We lift this foot, stretch through the front of the foot. So we're just going to start by giving some attention to the feet, really working on our grounding so we can feel energy move up through the earth and into the body. We'll lean over to the other side and stretch through the top of that foot as much as you can. And then come back down. If you like, you can use a blanket or a bolster behind the knees to give you a little support to sit if you can't bend as much. So then we're going to go into the feet. I'm going to take my knuckles. I'm going to start to massage down the feet. Just using the weight of my body, maybe moving side to side, using that pressure just to compress the feet. Massage the feet. If you find a spot, you can relax into it. Maybe sit into it with some pressure. Move into another spot. Starting to awaken the feet. Move any congestion out between the bones of the feet. All the way down to the toes. Using the knuckles, massage the sides of the feet. The soles of the feet. Right around the balls of the feet before that soft part of the foot moves into the ball of the feet. Okay. And then we'll come up, rise up onto the knees. Just to place the toes on the ground, and we'll come into fire toes. So sitting back, you can use your hands on the floor if you want. Don't want too much pressure on the feet. You want to make it a little more intense, and sit up on the heels. And I like to wiggle the feet side to side. Let the weight of the body softly shift. Notice just your natural momentum moving side to side. And then we're going to rise up, release the pressure off the feet. We're going to turn the toes down towards the floor. So the heels will move out to the side, and we'll stretch into the sides of the feet. And you can use that rocking motion if that felt nice. And just breathing deeply all the way down through the spine, into the seat, down through the legs, through the feet. Exhale. And lift up again. Now we're going to turn the heels in towards each other. Place the toes apart on the floors. getting to the inner line of foot, sitting back, and then you can rise up if you want it a little more intense. Just be mindful of the sensation and want to kind of come to the edge of sensation and work into it from the periphery. Breathing into that edge of sensation, softening as you exhale. And we'll come up. Hands and knees, tap out feet. Deep breath down into the spine, through the nose. And exhale. Move into a couple of cat-cows. So inhale, belly lengthens but kind of drops down. Our tailbone reaches up towards the ceiling, taking that inhale through the chest. Exhale. Start to curl the tailbone in. Belly comes up towards the spine, rounding the back all the way through the cervical spine and the head. Inhale. Maybe lightly bend the elbows and start to pull the chest through as it rises forward, tailbone tipping back. Sit that breath in all the way down to the seat. Exhale. Lift up the pelvic floor and assist like you're deflating that balloon between the hips, pushing the breath out of the body. Inhale, expand, let that balloon fill up and rise up towards the ceiling, the tail rising to the ceiling. Exhale, lift and gather, push that breath out, up and all the way down through the spine, out of the mouth. Another inhale, belly comes down, chest rises, tailbone rises. Exhale, lift and gather. Just move at your own pace here, maybe micro bending the elbows. And then start to take it in circles, so kind of like a jump rope, the spine move to the side and up, the side and down into that cow pose. Kind of like wiping the inside of a hula hoop. And then reverse your circle, rotate the other way. Maybe you can let this get a little bit more into the hips. So as you start to come back into cat, we'll also move into child's pose. Inhaling hips to the side, rounding maybe through up dog. Hips come to the side, just moving slowly. Feel the stretch in the legs. Relax the toes. Spread through the toes as you inhale, hips come to the other side. And center. Next time you come back, we'll reverse the circle. Maybe just closing your eyes, feeling into the movement. Let your body move with your breath. Inhale, filling up the body as you rise forward. Exhale, soften the elbows, soften the ears, soften the jaw as you come back. Inhale, scooping the body forward. Relax the toes and the elbows. Exhale back. We'll just stay in child's pose here. Maybe rock a little side to side. Bring your arms out to the side like a T. Maybe bend the elbows and just push your weight into one hand and the other, rocking the body side to side. Let your head relax. And bring your hands behind the body and kind of pushing the body forward and back, rocking the body lightly. Take a deep breath in through the nose, all the way down through the toes. Exhale, relax into the floor. And start to rock your head side to side. Breathe into the space. Breathe into the support, the ground beneath you. Reach the arms out in front of you, maybe tense the fingers, again rocking a little bit on the fingertips, forward and back. Take a deep breath in through the chest, all the way down into the hips. Exhale and relax down. Start to walk the hands back towards the knees. Coming up, seat on the feet. We'll move to the side, bring the feet out in front of us. To massage the sit bones. I'm gonna rock here, just pushing my toes forward and back. Just relaxing into the weight of my body. And slow it down. Just want to feel those, bend the knees if you want, get a little more into it. Maybe start going in circles, maybe with your hands twisted. And circle the other way. Massaging the muscles around the sits bones, looking at the base of the body. Let that slow down in your left. We jostle the knees. That sensation, move through the legs, shift out through the arms, and the shoulders. Alright. We're gonna do a twist here. While the legs come together, folded, cross-legged. And a lot of times we might reach across to this opposite knee and pull. But we want to keep the chest open. When I do this, I'm turning my shoulder in, so I don't want to keep my chest out. So I'm actually going to use the same knee as arm. First, I want to kind of come into this position, place my left hand behind me. I'm going to inhale and reach up, create that arc along the diagonal, stretching to the side of the body. And coming back up, I'm going to let this arm come down to this diagonal point and go the other way. Just waking up the sides of the body, so I need a deeper stretch here, and I've got congestion in the sides. Good. One more time, this side. Deep breath in, exhale. Place the back of the hand to the right knee. Take a deep breath in and lengthen through the spine, down through the seat. Exhale and twist. If you feel you need more torsion in here, then you can bring the back of the hand to the left knee and twist in there. So keeping that chest line open. The top of the kite, that horizontal support. Deep breath in here, feel the body expand, maybe come forward slightly. Relax the buttocks and relax the thighs. Exhale, twist a little deeper. If you want to bind, you can bring that left arm back and around towards the right thigh. Twist and twist. More inhale, both arms up. And exhale, other side. We're going to place that back hand down at the diagonal. Inhale, scoop that front arm up and over. And you're inhaling up and over towards the front diagonal. Breathing fully into the body, all the way down through the toes, spreading through the fingers and the lungs. And inhaling up into a twist. Place the back of the left hand on the left knee. Breathe in, feel that extension through the spine. Exhale, twist. Like you're wringing water out of a sponge. Breath is water. Inhale, fill up with water. Untwist a bit. Exhale, go a little deeper. And you can bring that left arm to the back of the right knee. You need an extra twist. You can bind that right arm back and around towards the left thigh. Deep breath in, exhale. Inhale, both arms up. And down to the side. And sway a little side to side here. Feel all the tension that was released in the twist, let it move through the tissues. And shake that out. Come back into tabletop. And we're going to raise the right arm. We like lifting that left leg, very symmetrical reach here. Take a deep breath. Notice your shoulders. Pull them up towards the ears and roll them down the back. Let the shoulders relax. And micro bend that front elbow. If you need to place the toes on the ground, that's fine. Just feel those hips coming parallel to the ceiling, the floor. Deep breath in, reach through the ball of the foot, through the fingertips. And exhale down on the other side. Lifting up the left arm and right foot. Notice your shoulders. Take a deep breath into the shoulders. Roll them up towards the ears and down the back. Slight bend in the right elbow. Notice where your hips are in space. Breathe fully into the hips. Let the breath move into the hips. Let them float on the breath. Exhale. One more breath in. Reach through the fingers, through the toes, all the way down the spine. Let the spine be open at the top and the bottom of the body. Exhale. Down. We'll tuck the toes and rise up into our down dog. Shift side to side on the feet, and maybe even the hands, lifting the paws, stretching through the arms. And then one knee at a time. And shift your hips side to side. And come into center, feet spread wide or feet close together. Take an inhale. Let the breath cascade down from the bottom of the spine, off of the skull. As you exhale, let those heels dig a little more deeper into the earth. Get roots growing through the heels into the ground. Soften the toes. Soften the elbows and the jaw. Inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth with an ah. Two more of those. Big breath in through the nose. Let all the frustration, tension, congestion out. And softly begin breathing in through the nose, sipping the breath into the lungs. Feeling the breath move into the blood, circulate. Lift up onto the toes, raise the heels, come into a plank pose. You want to softly bend the elbows, raise the shoulders up to the ears, roll them down the back. Start to shift forward and back on the toes. The shoulders coming a little bit past the wrists and back over the wrists. And we'll shift forward and to the side and we draw circles with the heels. Notice if you're holding tension in the shoulders or the jaw. Soften between the eyes. Next time you come forward, reverse or circle. And back to center. Raise the hips up into down dog. Pedal the feet. I'm going to take the right foot, step it across to the left back diagonal. I'm going to move side to side, and I'm going to twist over, then step my left towards the right. And let the right leg come up and over and step through. Just moving side to side. Make sure you're not locking out through your elbows. And keep the knees soft. Make sure you're breathing, spreading through the toes, spreading through the fingers on the inhale. Exhale, belly to spine, moving the breath up and out of the body. Bring the toes back to center. We're going to lift up on the heels, move the heels to the right and bend the knees. Stretch through the side body. Inhale, straighten the legs, move the heels up and over to the left. Bend the knees. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. Inhale, up and over. And down. Raise your hips up into down dog. Slowly walk the feet forward. You want a little stretch in the back of the legs, maybe lifting the toes, stepping on the heels, rocking back 2 steps. And inhale, halfway up. And exhale down, let the knees bend. Let your chest rest heavy. Breathe into the back like a turtle shell. Feel that breath radiate from the center, off of the edges of your shell. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, straight through the legs. You can slowly roll up. Arms open out to the side. Up towards the ceiling, let your fingers touch. Inhale, scoop your arms up again, maybe a back bend this time. Root down through the heels and the front of the legs. The hips forward. And alright, shake that out. We're doing a little bit of movement with the blocks in the forward fold. I'm going to break down a few moves with some props today. I'm going to take this and place it behind me on the second highest level. What we're going to do, we're going to inhale and exhale, and then I'm going to grab the block, move it behind me as I inhale, lift halfway up, and then exhale. I'm going to be reaching my chest down, moving the block upward at the same time. That feels like I'm diving. And then exhale down. Inhale halfway up. When we come halfway up, we'll just come to wide arms here and exhale down. Inhale halfway up, grab the block, move it into our fold. So place the block behind your heels. Oh, nice. Placing the block behind your heels. So this kind of helps us get that feeling of the arms bound behind us. Sometimes when we move into that, we may get stuck in our shoulders, kind of letting our shoulders come up. So it's nice to have that sense of reaching it away, using the block to kind of push away. This is a little more proprioception with something with weight that we can push from our body. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, let the knees bend, come down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale down, grab the block. And come into your fold. Reaching the chest down. You can even look at the floor between the toes. Push that block up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in here. Exhale, let the knees bend, place the block down. Inhale, halfway up, arms unroll to the side. And exhale, bend the knees, fold. Grab that block, push it up towards the ceiling, chest towards the floor. Exhale. Inhale up. Do it a couple more times, exhale down. Inhale halfway. And lift the block. And exhale down. This time, if you want a little more challenge on your halfway lift, instead of coming arms out to the side, you can take the block and move it out in front of us to parallel. We get more strength in the back, but we want to watch out we're not locking out through the knee. And down, closing behind here. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale. Pull the block up, lift it, push it up towards the ceiling behind you. And exhale down, pull it in front of you. Inhale, halfway up, push it forward. Or arms roll out to the side. Exhale down, one more time, behind you. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale down. Let the knees bend. Come down to your heels. Maybe bounce the hips and the ankles. Alright. So use our block. We're going to come into Malasana squat real quick to open up the legs before we get into our flow. You place it underneath the hips, but first we're going to come onto the ball with 1 foot. I'm going to kind of lean my weight into this side. I'm going to scoot that opposite arm back and up, drawing a circle, letting this knee fall back. I'm going to kind of trying to open this hip here. So up, using my knee and my arm in opposition. And I'll move over to the other side. Same thing, bringing my weight to the left, stretching to the right side. Nice. Bring both hands down in front, maybe wiggle the hips side to side, moving from ball of 1 foot to the other. And let that start to settle until you come into center. Again, you can use that block to meet you. Just ground down through the feet. And use the elbows to press into the inside of the legs, inside of the knees. If you need more extension, move to the fists. You see if you can wiggle here, get a little motion. And place the hands down, let the hips rise, turn the toes in. And reach the hands up towards the ceiling and you pull forward. Imagine you have that block between the hands, great. Reach up as you inhale, looping through that circle. And exhale down. Next. All right. I'm going to use the blocking of Warrior One pose. We'll stand on the front of our mat. We'll step on the back. Turn the heel in. Come to our Warrior One. For Warrior One, we just want to make sure we have our hips facing forward, our hips are squared. Bring the hands up above the ears. Take a deep breath, spreading the fingers and the toes. Inhale into that pelvic floor, spreading and widening your base. And exhale. When you come to the diagonal here, feel the support in the front leg. Feel the hips come into squareness as you start to lean forward. Keep that strength in the back leg, pushing the heel into the ground like you're making an impression in the earth. Inhale up. I'm going to grab a block. Alright. So from here,
We're actually going to exhale as we push up. Feel that structure in the body, zipping up and raising that pelvic floor, zipping up through the body. Inhale, block's going to come behind my head. I need to kind of lean into it here and open into that back bend, using the block to support my head. And exhale. Structure in the body. Zip up through the front of the body, belly to spine. Inhale. Elbows open, chest open. Exhale. Into structure. Inhale back. Maybe a slight back bend, pushing the back of the head into the block. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we're going to move into Humble Warrior. You can use the block as your assistance here, like we did in the forward fold. Arms will reach away and push the block far away from the body as we inhale and exhale. Keep a straight back as you fold forward. Don't let the body collapse on the thigh. I always, on my inhale, rise up again, straighten through the spine, and exhale, come a little further down. Pushing that block away from the head. Inhale, rise up. Cascade through the spine, down. Inhale, spine undulates forward, and exhale, forward. One more time, inhale. Breath moving through the spine, and down. We'll take a deep breath in as we rise up. Exhale, down. Let's inhale the arms up and exhale, we'll move into Warrior 2. Now straighten through that front leg, let our energy move back. Exhale, bend, and let it open. Do that a couple of times, pushing that front leg. Feel the energy radiate up the body. And exhale, bend the knee forward into your position. One more, push through the leg. And exhale down. We're going to take the front elbow, place it under the back elbow, come into eagle arms here. And lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Do a slight back bend. Exhale into a cow, a cat pose here. Doing some cat cow, the elbows bent, stretching through the shoulders and the arms. Finish that up and come to center and create circles with the elbows. So go slow, notice the steadiness in your feet. This is a test of our balance, but also stretching and relaxing and surrendering into stretch. As we face tension, soften into the tension, let the body support you. Inhaling up. Exhale. Reverse the circle. Creating that slight cat-cow. Cow doesn't come up. I'm sorry, cow doesn't come up. Cat doesn't come down. Now one more circle. We'll open the arms out to Warrior 2. Split the front palm, reach forward, scoop it back into Exalted Warrior. Let the elbows, both arms bend. Gather up that energy and then inhale, reach along that diagonal. Bending in the front leg, reaching back with the back arm. And then inhale up. Move into side angle here. The arm come up and over the ear. Let that top arm bend. Let the elbow bend straight, the hand down the body. And then scoop it up again over the ear. Just gonna keep this simple movement here. And the elbow reaching the arm back, maybe looking down as the hand goes back towards the back foot. Inhaling up and over. One more inhale, scooping the arm over the ear. And inhale up into Warrior 2. Move into triangle pose. Having a block near the foot if you like. We'll do something a little different with triangle pose. Inhale, reach forward. And as I start to come down, I'll let both knees bend. Again, this back arm is gonna circle up and over my ear. I'm actually going to circle back towards that back foot, all the way back. Stretching out through the spine, and then circling back down. I can place my hand on my block or the floor. Push into the floor or the block with your hand and straighten through the legs into your triangle pose.
Breathe deep into the chest, maybe that top shoulder reaching towards the back walls, the front, top head reaches towards the front wall. You can even scoop that arm up and over the ear. And that elbow bend again, draping down the body. You feel like you can bind under the body on that front thigh. Helps rotate the chest forward towards the ceiling. Soften the knees as you inhale. Exhale, surrender to the pose. Inhale, slightly bend the knees and move up. I'm going to reverse. And exhale back down, warrior two. Let's move into our goddess squat here. Bending both knees with the hands rest on the knees. And shifting weight side to side. Maybe shifting of the toe side to side. If you like, you can test maybe coming up with both of the toes, lifting both heels. And then we're gonna relax. We're gonna move into some breathing here. So a lot of times we inhale as we come up and exhale down. We want to support our pelvic floor breathing. So we're doing inhale as the legs open. We can spread the base of the body, gather that air. Then exhale, lift and gather the air, shoot it out the body like we're zipping up a wetsuit. We're gonna inhale, let the arms spread as the legs spread. Exhale, everything comes in and up. Creating that A-frame in the body. Inhale, let it release. Let your body be supported by the cushion of the breath. Exhale, in and out the body. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, lift up. Almost like a rocket. Fill up with fuel, and as it lifts through the air, the fuel comes out of the body. Inhale, open. Use that propulsion. Lift the body. Good. One more. Inhale and open. Spreading that balloon to the pelvic floor. Exhale, deflating that balloon as the air moves up and out of the body. Then we'll inhale. And let's come to a forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Let the torso swing side to side. Assisting with the arms. And let that soften just naturally from the stillness. Deep breath into the nose, side out of the mouth. Let the knees bend, slowly rise up. Come to star pose. Toes will face out diagonal. Spread through the fingers. Spread the body wide if you can. Push up onto the toes. Feel the energy radiating from the belly out through the hands, through the toes. Exhale down. Step in towards center. And march it out. Let's move into our other side. So come to the front of the mat. And we're going to step the left foot back. Turn that back heel in. We'll come to our warrior one. Let's place our hands on our hips. Feel our hips squared forward. We're going to take the arms up along the ears. And let's bend into that diagonal here. Feel the weight come into that front leg. Also, as you feel that support, push into that back foot. Give yourself a nice kickstand. As you feel that energy of the back leg supporting you, let the spine rise up from that line of energy in the back of the leg. And exhale, just grab the block. Take a breath in here at the chest. Exhale. Create that structure in the body, zipping up through the front line of the body. Inhale, let it release. Open through the pelvic floor, open through the chest. Both ends of the torso open and receiving. Exhale, zip up, create that structure, belly to spine, move the air up and out of the body. Inhale, release and open. Maybe doing a back bend as the head releases under the block. Exhale, zipping up through the spine. Inhale and open. Exhale, create that structure. One more, inhale. And exhale. And take that block behind and come into our humble warrior here on the other side.
Inhale, rise up through the spine. Maybe you can do it a back bend here. Let the throat open. Exhale, fold forward. Reach that block away from the chest. Maybe not coming all the way down. Inhale, undulating through the spine. Unroll and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push that block away as you roll through the spine. Exhale. Inhale, rolling through the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, grounding through that back foot. Feel the soles of the feet rooting into the floor. Exhale and fold. Hold here. Let your shoulders relax. But keep sending that block away from the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise up. Bring that block in front. Let the elbows fold. Inhale, move into our warrior two. And we're going to straighten that front leg. Feel that energy. Feel the force of that push, that reverb of the ground, moving up the body as you stretch through the side. And bend that knee and let your body just unfold forward. Push into the ground. Feel that energy moving up and back. Bend the knee, let the arm unfold forward. One more time, push through the leg, going up to the side of the body. Reach. Bend and fold. Take the right or the front elbow under, back elbow on top. Into our cat-cows. Inhale, cat. I'm sorry, inhaling cow. Exhale, cat. Inhaling up and back. Tailbone tilts back towards the back floor of that back wall. Exhale, tilts forward towards the front wall of the head. Make sure you're not gripping with your toes. Spread through the toes like a tripod. Find your bird feet. Plant them into the earth. And we'll come up and create our circles. Move the elbows up into the side and down. Strong circles. Creating that stretch between your shoulders. Playing with our balance here. Make the big circles really small. Relaxing the jaw. Relax between the toes. Relax all between the ears. We'll reverse the circle when you're ready. And then you come in and up, down. Last one. Bring the arms out to the side. We'll flip the front palm, reach forward, scoop the palm back and over. Let those elbows bend, hands move towards the body. Bring that energy into the body and push it back out on that diagonal. Try that again, bend the elbows as you inhale. Exhale, stretch into the pose. Front knee comes forward, bending. Inhale up. Straighten the front leg. We move into our triangle, reaching forward. As you start to come down, let both knees bend. We're gonna take that back arm, reach it over the front ear. Bring that rainbow. And use the legs for support. As we come forward, maybe reaching towards the ground of the block into our triangle pose. Top arm can scoop over the ear. Let that elbow bend and drape down the side of the body to the back. Inhale, scooping up and drawing that arc over the ear. Exhale, bend the elbow, stretch to the side of the body. One more time. Inhale up and over. At the challenge, bottom arm comes out parallel to the top arm, reach to the side. And exhale down. Come into runner's lunge here. We're gonna move front and back, rocking on the back foot. Raising up the leg. And we'll come down to the forearms, where you just bend into this stretch. You can leave the back knee up, or you can bring it down. It's called lizard pose. And lizard pose, we want to stretch it to the inside of the leg.
Now we'll bring the hand to the opposite side and bring it behind the heel. I feel a nice stretch in my back, and maybe move the hips forward and back here. You can let the knee and the blade of the foot move to the side, opening the knee out. From here, maybe drawing circles with the hips or staying still, just breathing into the pose. We'll come onto the hands and shift that heel forward an inch or so, and then come into a half split. And half split, we want our hips over this back knee. And inhale, straighten through the spine, exhale, fold. In this fold, use your foot like a rudder. You can move it side to side. Move slowly. Notice where you're feeling that in the connection of the femur into the hips. Breathe all the way down into the seat, blowing up that balloon into the pelvic floor, softening the space within the hips. Exhale, lift and gather that air out of the hips, deflate that balloon, usher the air up and out of the body. Nice breath. And then we'll come back, moving into that forward and back motion here. You can lift the back knee if you like. And eventually, as we move back, we'll jump that front back leg forward, lift the other leg, and move it back into our runner's lunge. And rocking on the ball of the foot here. Helps prepare the ankle for all the strong hold for these larger muscles. And you can bend the elbows, bring the chest towards the floor. You can come onto your forearms. Keep that back knee lifted or bring it down to the ground here. And you can bring that arm close to the foot, to the outside of the foot. Maybe shifting the hips forward and back here. Feel that stretch in the side of the leg. Relax the toes, relax your shoulders. And let the knee tilt out to the side, coming to the knife edge of the foot. Wiggle side to side here. And come onto the hands. Move back into our half split. Bring the hips over the knees. Maybe drawing that front leg back slightly in the hip. Take a breath and extend through the spine. Exhale, fold. And maybe moving the toes side to side, waving the foot. And a little wiggle, and then slow that down. Really feel through that rotation. Then that knee come back, with that back knee. Rocking forward and back. And then letting that back knee bend as you come back. And we'll step that foot forward. Keep the feet a little bit wide, and hips distance maybe a little bit wider. We'll grab the big toe with our pointer finger, middle finger. Pressing the thumb into the big toe now. Inhale, lift halfway up. Reach that tailbone back, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head forward. Exhale and fold. Let the elbows come out to the side. Roll the shoulders up and back, down the back. Breathe here. Imagine blowing at that balloon like a hot air balloon rising from the sacrum. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, breath like a waterfall down the spine, off the top of the head, being absorbed by the earth. Inhale, blowing up that balloon at the sacrum. Exhale. Let the knees bend. Inhale, slowly roll up through the spine. Running a little way. Okay. Let's come down to the
floor. Let's come down to the balls of the feet. Let's just bounce for this again. Let the body be heavy and just feel this reverberation through the spine, through the bones and the muscles, out the tissues, the skin, face, scalp. Slow that down. Walk ourselves back onto the floor. Come into a forward fold really quick. Pull the flesh of the seat away. Lift that to one side. Grab that flesh, move it back. Other side, lift it up, move it back. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Not getting that block in the hand. You're bringing it forward. And maybe roll to one side, the other, stretching to the side of the body. Just let the earth hold you here for a moment, for a couple of breaths. You breathe, imagine yourself spreading into the atmosphere, even in through the ground. Exhale. Particles of the body falling like rain into the earth. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, pouring out. Inhale, slowly walk up. Seated, reach the arms forward and reach forward as you start to lean back and roll the body down. From here, we're going to bend both knees. I'm going to take my right foot. I'm going to bend my right knee out to the side. I'm going to grab my right foot under my left leg with my left hand. I'm grabbing my foot like this, just letting my leg fold out onto the floor. And with the knee pointing forward of the body, so pointing towards the front of your mat. And then we're going to take the left knee into the right hand. Just pull that left knee and towards the chest. Reaching through that right knee towards the front of the room. As you inhale and exhale, sink deeper into the pose. And let that left knee move over towards the left shoulder. Notice how that feels. Breathe into the soles of the feet, let the toes soften. Let your elbows relax, shoulders release. The tongue lay flat at the bottom of the mouth. Let's take this the left knee and the right hand, bring it over the body into a calf stretch. You can still hold on to that back foot, maybe opening up the left shoulder and bring the back of the hand to the floor and holding the foot in the palm. If you like, you can put the left foot into the right hand and extend through the left leg. And kicking into both hands with both feet at the same time. Deep breath in, radiate out from the center. Exhale, soften, surrender. And we'll bend both knees in towards the chest. Bring the feet up toward the floor, shake out the legs. Maybe shake the arms, release some sound. Let that soften. Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. We'll take that left foot into the right hand. Left knee comes down to the floor, facing towards the front of the mat. Right knee comes to the left hand, maybe squeezing that right knee into the chest or in towards that right shoulder, right armpit. Breathe in the sensation of the legs. The breath fill up the legs light, softening that sensation as you exhale, everything spilling open.
Inhale into the sensation. Exhale, carry that sensation through the body on the exhale. Feeling sensation diffusing through the breath. When you're ready, we'll pull that right knee across the body into the cat stretch. Inhaling all the way down to the soles of the feet. Exhale, soften the belly, soften the chest, soften the hips. If you like, we'll straighten out that top leg. Breathe deeply, radiating from the belly out to the periphery, edges of the toes and fingers. Exhale, sink into the ground. You're ready, knees coming towards the chest. Here, you can grab your blanket or bolster. I like the blanket a little better. So I'm gonna grab my blanket. I'm gonna unfold it once. I'm going to cross my shins, and I'm just going to use, so I can relax my arms on the floor as I rock my head side to side. See, I'm moving in circles here. Circling one way, massaging the sacrum and the low back. Rotating the other way. When you're ready, let the legs come long along the mat. You can lay that blanket over the hips for a little bit of weight on the body. And we'll then touch Shavasana. You can also take this bolster and lay it across the body. It's a nice weight. So you can place that on the hips or the belly or the low ribs. You want to feel a little more grounded into the floor. Just feel your breath enter the body like soft light. Soft light diffusing on the exhale. your body lying on the floor. Notice sensation in the body, particles of light gathering and spreading. Breathing sensation into the fingers and toes. Breath washing into the vertebra of the spine. Sense your body resting in the support of the earth as it rises, hold and cradling. And to awaken the body, moving the fingers and toes, maybe rubbing the thumb along the fingertips, moving the tongue within the mouth, the eyes behind your lids. The skull rocks side to side, awakening the cervical spine, bringing the brain online. Noticing the temperature of the room, hair on your skin. Bend the knees, bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug, squeeze. Be rocking side to side on the spine. Allow the body to rest towards one side. As you're ready, pushing up into a seated position. We'll meet here in a seated position to end class. You can end class lying down if you prefer. Rub the palms of the hands together, create some warmth and friction between the palms. Take a deep breath into that sensation, spread through the collarbone, exhale, soften the chest. Bring that warmth in towards the heart. Keeping the fingertips and the base of the palms together, maybe letting the hands open slightly, create a space within the palms. You sense the light of your breath moving through that space in the hands into the world. The rhythm of the heart radiating out through the body. And you can sense the vibration of others touching your skin. We'll end the class with an Om. We'll sing along or just listen. We'll inhale and exhale together, then inhale to Om. In our Om, we're going to sound the Om out. Some people spell it O-M. Think of it as A-U-N. It's going to start Ah-U-M. The Ah radiates within the head, the U resonates in the throat, and the vibrates in the chest. We're going to connect these points of the body through the sound of Om. We'll inhale, exhale fully. Inhale to Om. Deep breath in. The light shine down through the center of the body, into the seat, into the earth. Exhale, let your head bow down towards the heart. Thank yourself for taking time to connect your breath and your body. Every time we release a measure of tension from our body, we're releasing a measure of tension from the entire world, making it a lighter and brighter space. Om Shanti. Thank you all for coming. Take your time moving and exiting, soaking up the space you've created.